Okay, she says it's being recorded. Here we go. Okay, yay, I'm so happy to be here. Hi, it is June, and you are here with me tonight on a Thursday evening. My name is Tanya Sheldon. I am so honored and blessed and excited to be with you tonight. So I'm gonna make sure that you can hear me okay. Okay. Um, I get to share with you everything that is entailed with a company called Life Vantage tonight. I have been a part of this company for almost 10 years. It'll be 10 years in October. So I was really looking forward to being able to do this tonight because it's been a little bit since I've done this. So I'm so grateful that you're here. Just a really quick disclosure, everyone's results do vary when it comes to this kind of opportunity, even with the products. Every body is different and everybody is different. And it's all about the time that you give it, how coachable you are, and where you're at in your life in any direction. So this is me. I am an Elite Pro 7 with LifeVantage. I'll tell you more about what that means later, but I am a mom to 3 girls. I have a stepdaughter, Kayana, that's 27, and then I have 2 teenage daughters in high school. I was a college athlete myself, and I had no clue what I wanted to do in college. I went because I got scholarships, but upon being introduced to this industry, I quickly knew who I wanted to become. And by saying yes, we earned our Jeep last December, just before Christmas. It was so cool. And a free Jeep. I've been able to show my family different parts of this country and of this world that they would have never otherwise seen. And some of the things I love, you guys, I love a really good cup of hot chocolate. And when it's got like the really fun whipped cream or foam and like the chocolate drizzle, that's my jam. I love it. It's kind of a fun little thing. And I love homes. I love like decorating in a home. And that is not my home, but that is the feeling of a home that I am working towards. So I just love home interior, home decor, all things home. So that's me in a little nutshell. Now I get to share with you why I'm here. So Life Vantage, we're going to talk about the products really quickly. And here's what's happening in our world and to all of us on a daily basis. We are being hijacked daily, whether we like it or not. There are things in our environment, in our world that we cannot control that are having a very negative effect on our health. And this is stemming from our electronics, personal areas, maybe even some relationships, environmental changes, our food and water. It is all around us. We can do our best to try to eliminate this, but for the most part, this is how life is in the 21st century. And all of those things that I just mentioned, they are dimming our lights. And what does that mean when I say dimming our lights? That means it's dimming the potential of our body to be equipped the best that it can as we age. And when this is happening, where we're getting all those stressors, when our cells are being hijacked by all those environmental stressors, we have a decreased immune system. No bueno, right? Brain fog. How many people can relate to brain fog? Sluggishness, a bad mood, lack of motivation, increased stress. You feel tired or fatigue. How many of you can relate to things like this? When we're feeling this way, we're not performing at our best, and then we can't be the best for those around us. So what's really happening when we have those feelings of like the brain fog and feeling tired on a cellular level, that means our oxidative stress levels are high, our mitochondria is declining, and our sirtuin activity is declining. What the heck do those mean? We're going to talk about those, okay? And here's the cool thing. Science has discovered that our genes in our body contain incredible abilities to keep our bodies healthy. Our bodies are miracles and they can do incredible things, but they need help to do that. So if you could leverage those genes I'm talking about with the flip of the switch, would you do it? I said yes almost 10 years ago because of issues that my husband was having. My husband was like a walking time bomb, you guys. He was a guy that had to be wheeled up to the gate at the airports. He had a lot of his swelling in his hands and his feet. He had this condition. We just couldn't get an answer to it. We were doing all the things. He was eating healthy. He was exercising, but his body, it wasn't enough for what his body needed. And this became the answer that we needed, and it completely changed his life. So let's tackle oxidative stress first. Oxidative stress damages the integrity of your cell. So this apple, somebody just took a bite out of it. Look what's happening. And that happens really quickly, right? You guys know when you cut up an apple, within minutes, it's starting to brown. That's oxidation. Oxidative stress happens to our cells as well. Our body's natural defense to oxidative stress, is to produce antioxidants. And those antioxidants' job is to maintain the health and integrity of our cell. But unfortunately, the body's production of the antioxidants that we need, it slows down over time. So what LifeVantage did, our flagship product, is we flipped a switch by putting together a blend of 5 plants. When we put those 5 plants together, we created our flagship product called Protandim Nerf2, NRF2. NRF2 is a pathway in your body that produces those antioxidants that are needed as you age. And when that happens, this product lowers oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. That is proven. We're going to spend a little bit of time on this product because that's where all of our science stems from. And that's why we have the products and the pipeline that we have today. So what happened was ABC News caught wind of this product called Protandim, and they coined it with this term anti-aging. So ABC News went in and did an investigative report to debunk the findings of this researcher and scientist, Dr. Joe McCord. Dr. McCord discovered an antioxidant enzyme in our body, and he knew that antioxidants were essential to keep our body working at a really good functional level. So he wanted to find something that would keep those antioxidant enzymes working as we aged. That's when he found that if he put those 5 plants together that are in Protandim, he found that synergistic effect activated those antioxidant enzymes and then reduced that oxidative stress. ABC News went in, they did a blood test on John Quinones, and guess what they found? They found after 30 days, they could not distinguish the blood between an 80-year-old and a 20-year-old. That's insane, right? Between an 80-year-old and a 20-year-old. So after that ABC report aired, all these researchers and doctors said, we want to take your product and study it with other ailments, with other conditions. And they started doing that. And one of the studies that has come from that is by Washington State University. What they studied was that NRF2 pathway, that pathway that creates and activates the antioxidant enzymes. They say that NRF2, that pathway, is likely to be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future. NRF2 may become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. That is phenomenal because that's not done by our company. That is an outside source. And they're talking about that pathway that we're activating through a blend of 5 plants. So here's what happens naturally as we age, you guys. The progression of our body and its ability to produce antioxidant enzymes, it decreases over time. That causes high levels of oxidative stress, and that leads to a lot of different bad things happening in our body. So when you take Protandim Nerf2, that is 1 time a day, this is what you get with your antioxidant production. Again, they couldn't distinguish the blood between an 80-year-old and a 20-year-old after 30 days. Phenomenal. There's nothing else like this in the world, nothing proven to reduce oxidative stress like this does. So, as I said, after the ABC report aired, all these doctors and researchers wanted to take the product and study it. These are some of the places that started studying Protandim Nerf2, our flagship product. I didn't know if that was a big deal, right? For all I knew, I could go to this site, which what you're seeing is pubmed.gov. It's short for public medicine. If you're a doctor or a researcher, that's where you go for your information. I went to PubMed, and there are so many phenomenal products on the market, right? I'm sure you guys get introduced to many all the time. The thing is, if you go to PubMed and you put in one of those products into the search engine, you're probably, if ever, not going to see any studies on the product as a whole. You'll find studies on ingredients, but not the product as a sum. If you go to pubmed.gov and you type in Protandim, a plant-based product, you're going to see over 30 peer-reviewed studies by these universities and these areas that you see on this screen. That was a really big deal. And what I did when this was introduced to me, after seeing that ABC investigative report, if you have not seen it, get back to the person that invited you and make sure that you see it. It will blow your mind. I went to PubMed and I typed in oxidative stress, what the product lowers, and then I typed in anything I could think of in my family history that they've dealt with. And you guys, every time I did it, there was not a no results found that came up. There were studies that came up. I was taking a multivitamin. I had no idea what it was doing for me. I couldn't say I felt better or not. And then someone shared with me this plant-based product that says this reduces oxidative stress in your body by an average of 40% in 30 days. And if you look up oxidative stress, you'll find that it's linked to many things in your family history. I was like, that's a no-brainer. Why would I not put this in my body for the rest of my life to give my body a fighting chance and have quality of life for as long as I can? That is something that you can really wrap your brain around, right? And when we do that, when we equip our body with the ability to turn on those antioxidant enzymes, we are then giving ourselves the ability to feel better and do more. You're flipping that switch. So let's talk about the second one, the mitochondrial decline. Mitochondrial decline reduces the power of your cell, depletes the battery of your cell. It's the energy, the powerhouse of your cell. Our body is supposed to have a natural defense, and that is to constantly fix and remove the damaged mitochondria by producing new mitochondria. But unfortunately, again, we age. And as we age, the body's ability to produce more mitochondria, it slows down over time. So again, we're going to flip the switch on those genes and we're going to open up a pathway called NRF1. And NRF1 is going to flip the switch, open the pathway, and now allow your body to do what it's made to do. It's going to give you more mitochondria. It's going to give you more energy in your cell so that you have the energy you need in the cell to do what it's supposed to do. This increases that production of NRF1, of the mitochondria genes in your body, by nearly 70%. Who does not want this working for them on their behalf as you age to give you more quality of life? The third level is sirtuin decline. Sirtuins are like the CEOs of the cell. They're a really big deal and they play a very vital role in our cell. They degunk the cell. It's a very scientific term for you. So our body's natural solution, right? When our sirtuin level is down and our body's not getting degunked, the body is supposed to activate sirtuins and they're supposed to produce more sirtuins like garbage men to go in and sweep and degunk the cell. But again, we age. And as we age and with the environment and all the stressors around and not knowing exactly where our food is coming from anymore, our body's ability to give us more sirtuins and degunk those cells, it goes down. So we are activating another pathway in your body. These are activators. How cool is that, right? You're not just supplementing your body with things that it doesn't even know what it is. You're turning on pathways in your body. Imagine mentally like your body just being freed and these pathways opening up so that it can do and function the way it's supposed to function. We're increasing the sirtuin activity by 100% in 24 hours through plants. You're degunking the cell. You guys, a lot of people try to get this same effect through intermittent fasting. So think about that, right? Maybe you stop eating at 7 p.m. and then you don't eat till, I don't know, 1 or 2 p.m. in the next day. I don't do it, so I don't know exactly how it works, but I know that when people are doing intermittent fasting, that's what they're trying to do, is reset their body. And they don't even know it, many of them, but they're upregulating their sirtuin activity for the degunction of the cell to take place. We're doing that for you naturally and by 100% in 24 hours. That's super cool. Now, here's what's even cooler. It gets better. When you put all three of these together and you actually activate all those pathways in your body, look what's happening, right? You're reducing the oxidative stress. You're giving your cells more power and you're cleaning them out. Now, I'm showing you here on the screen what each one of those products can do individually in the gray. Okay? Positive effects in the gray by flipping the switch. The blue is what happens when you take all three of those together. They are all called Protandim, branded Protandim, activating three different pathways, and look at the effect it has on your body. This is gene regulation, gene expression at its best. We're talking about, I don't know if you can see these, it's kind of small, but antioxidant production, upregulated 73%. We're talking about healthy inflammatory response. We all know what inflammation is. Do you want your body to have a healthy inflammatory response? We're upregulating that by 838%. That's mind blowing. I don't know where else you can get this, you guys. I have no clue. So here's what happens. Here's the solutions and the problems that we can address, right? We can give you the better mood. You can have support or healthy longevity. You can have more mental and physical energy, more mental focus and concentration, a better vascular system, more motivation. If you have those things happening for you, if you have better mood, more clarity, you're more motivated, you're going to be more productive at work. If you're more productive at work, you're going to bring home maybe a better paycheck. Maybe you're going to be looked to get a raise. Maybe you're a grandparent, and this means you're going to be able to be out and play with your grandchildren. My parents are activated. They get to play with their little grandchildren. They got to help my sister this past weekend paint her home, put together parts because they're renovating, put together bookshelves and this kitchen island. They got to do that because they still feel good, right? Aging doesn't have to mean that we just decline and then we can't do the things we used to do. It doesn't have to mean that anymore. There are tools for you to give you a quality of life as you age. So together they are called the Tri-Synergizer. You can put this in your body every single day for less than $5 a day, you guys. So what rounds out our pipeline is so much goodness. This is where you really need to make sure you get back to the person that invited you, because through their website, you can look up any of the products that we have, and each individual product will have its very own video that you can watch on the product. You can see all the ingredients in it. You can see how clean it is, all the things. So what we give you is we have a True Science line. True Science is the cleanest, best products you can put on your body when it comes to skincare, hair care, and now body care. We have a body care line that launched just this month, June 1st, and it has CBD in it. I have some right here by my office, by my desk. You guys, if you want luxury, if you want hydration, if you want healing for your skin, you have to look at these products. They are phenomenal. And then we also have a weight management line that has so much goodness in it, with a whey protein shake, a fat burner. We deal with the gut. We've got a probiotic, a prebiotic. We've got daily wellness that is additional immune support. If you're dealing with seasonal allergies, you want to know about that. And then we kick it up a notch with your brain cognition, getting rid of brain fog, helping you concentrate. This is great for kids, and that's Axio. And we have new flavors coming out this month, which is super, super exciting. So get back to the person that invited you, because our products they're so phenomenal, you guys, and the quality, you're not going to find anything better. Whatever it is that you're dealing with, that you want to have bettered in your life, let that person know, and they can direct you and put together the right package for you to make sure that you get on the right track to live a better life and more quality. So we're going to round this out, close it out, because I'm not with you face to face. I don't know exactly why you're tuning into this. Maybe you tuned in because you wanted to get more backstory on the products. Maybe you're here because you're looking for a side hustle. Maybe last year was a really tough year for you. Maybe you have some dreams of having that dream home like I had in that first slide, right? Maybe you would love to bring in an extra $200 to $300 a month to your family. We're going to talk a little bit about why this is such a phenomenal business. And I would know because I did 7 other businesses before I said yes to LifeVantage. I'm that girl. I tried many of them before I came here. And the thing is, you guys, I didn't know what to look for if you were going to make a business really work for you and really lucrative. So, LifeVantage, our company, we are 11 years old. We're headquartered in Utah, Sandy, Utah, publicly traded on the NASDAQ, which is so cool. That means we have to cross our T's, dot our I's. We are a debt-free company, and we have some phenomenal people on our board of directors, including Aaron Brockovich, which is super cool. Another big thing that you need to look for are the trends of a company. Is the company you're looking at, do they represent a fad that maybe might be a big thing today but gone tomorrow, or maybe might end up being something that people could buy in a store anywhere at any time? Or is it really a trend, something that sets itself apart, that will be around for a long time, that people need, that will offer a solution to problems that people will probably always have? That's what we have with LifeVantage. And never in history have people been more concerned about their health or wanted to take more control of it. There has been a 60% increase in wellness sales in the last 8 years, which is huge. Here's a really beautiful thing as well. When you look at the categories that we represent, from anti-aging, that'll never go out of style, skincare, hair care, pet care. We have a pet product. It's Protandim in a bottle for pets. How could I not talk about that? Super cool. You want to see this product go to work for people? Look at how it works in dogs. Look at how it works in horses. So many amazing stories, you guys. The pet industry, the animal industry, energy, weight loss, body care now. These are categories that are never going to go out of style. And every single one of them individually are billion-dollar industries that we hold a space in with category creating products. That is an opportunity of a lifetime, you guys. There was a day when cosmetics, they were the trend. That was what everybody wanted, right? And now it is. It's wellness. The ability and the want for wellness is going up all the time. So, when you look at having a side hustle, having a business from home, I'm telling you, it truly is the perfect model, especially when maybe you need something. Maybe you were stuck at home last year against your will, but you got used to it and you would like to be around for your family. You would like to be around for your kids. You would like to have a little bit more freedom. This will allow you to do that. It is so nice. You can literally do business from anywhere with what we have here. We have an app now as well. There's this really fun incentive taking place this month. Everybody's learning the technology of this app, and it's so simple and so beautiful and allows us such beautiful ways to communicate with people and share what we have here. It makes it so simple that you have to do the work. There's a low cost of entry. There's so many things to help you do social sharing if you want to share on social media, or if you don't, we have things to do that as well, especially through the app. You can make up to daily bonuses if you'd like to do that as well. And then, of course, there's travel that's offered to you. And we have an income earnings disclosure statement. I'm going to take you through 3 levels really quickly. And the first one is a Pro 3. Our Pro 3 rank, at this rank, the average income is $626 a month. I don't know about you guys, but when I got into this company in 2011, shortly after I got in, it was probably 5 to 6 months later, I was at a Pro 3 level. And making that extra income for my family, we had to move from Colorado to Idaho, and my husband took a pay decrease. That filled the gap for his decrease in pay that he was getting. And we were so grateful for it. And I was so proud of myself for finally doing a business that I made work, because I was helping people feel better. It felt so good to be doing this. And I don't know, but I know a lot of people that could use an extra $600 right now. $600 is that sweet spot that can keep people from bankruptcy, disclosures. It can keep marriages together. That's a great extra income. And then we have our Premier Pro 5 level. At this level, the average income is $3,100 a month. This is an income that will bring someone home. This can bring a parent home to be with a child, and that's an amazing income. This is an income that I had along our journey that when I was making it, it was exactly what we needed to sustain our family when we went through one of the toughest seasons of our life. It would have been really hard for me during this season to clock into a job and show up, but I didn't have to because I had laid the groundwork. I had helped enough people and my business was running without me. And we were able to have a leveraged income that continued to come in for our family and helped us through a very difficult time. And then you have the Elite Pro 7. That's the level I'm at today. This is a level where you can bring both parents home. And that's what we did last year. Around COVID, my husband got laid off, and we made the decision to bring him home. And I tell you what, I like my husband that is home away from a job much more than I did a husband that had to answer to someone every single day, telling him when he could take time off, telling him what his worth was, when he had to show up, what his title was. It's just not how we should live. And now he gets to live the life he wants to live. He gets to decide who he wants to be, what his dreams really are, and who he wants to help because he has the time and freedom to do so. And then, of course, we earned that beautiful Jeep in December, which was huge for our family. So this has made a really big impact in our lives, and it could for so many of you as well. There are different barriers, different levels of entry that you can get involved in. We've got that start kit for $50. And then on top of that, you're going to want to get started with some products. You're going to want to be a product of the product. And the best pack that I can recommend to you, because you get the biggest savings, is at 35% off all the products. You get everything in our pipeline for $1,250, $1,250. You get everything. And you can take those products, you can use them for yourself. You could sell those to family members. You could pre-sell those to family members, get that money back as quickly as possible. And that's our goal. We want to get you clean and get that money back so that now we get your business going for you and create that residual income, help you pay for your products, and start helping people in a really, really big way. So, can I do this? You guys, when I got into this in 2011, I was scared out of my mind. There wasn't Zoom, there was Skype probably, but we were doing a lot of home presentations. And the first one I did, I cried through it. And do you know why? Because I was taking those steps for the first time in my life to do the hard thing that I was scared to do, but that I knew would move my family forward. So I just want to introduce you to 3 people real quick and share their stories with you that have done this and are living a great life today because of it. So on the left, we've got Colleen, and Colleen's a mom of 2, and she's a grandma to 7. She taught elementary PE for 20 years, you guys, loves health and wellness. And when she saw the science, she said she couldn't unsee it. And this opportunity allowed her to retire 2 years earlier than she had planned. And she's been afforded the opportunity to continually invest in her personal development and say yes to getting the things needed when needed for her children and grandchildren. Then we've got Tiffany in the middle. Tiffany's a single mom. She's an automotive service advisor. So cool. And she was a customer first, loving the products. And then she decided she wanted to address some of her own health issues because she did and because she was a customer. And so over a year later, she started witnessing people she knew going through the same road of poor health that she had been on. And she decided she wanted to be that liaison and bridge for people to find their way back to being themselves so they could live the calling God gave them. I love that. And then we've got Tom and Alyssa over on the right. And Tom and Alyssa, Alyssa was a full-time RN, and Tom was a teacher. And neither of them had extra time to spare. And their free time came down to getting re-energized just to get to work the next day. How many can relate to that, right? But because they saw the opportunity, because they say yes, followed the system, were extremely coachable, they now have no debt all before the age of 32. They have no financial stress. They're able to spend much more time together, and they have the time and the money to travel more than they ever have before. So, can you do this? Heck yes, you can, because you don't do it alone. This isn't one of those things where you sign up and then we're like, Adios. Good luck to you. You have a community and support of people, and all we want is to lift you up, throw it on our net, and make sure that we rise you to the top with us. This isn't about one guy being at the top and watching everybody at the bottom. This is about raising all ships, being in this together, everybody equally being on the same playing field and living the life of their dreams. That's what we want for you. That's what the business can offer to you. There's global customer support. There's an ITT system. We can tell you all about that if you're interested and want more information on that. But what we're telling you is there is a system to follow. You don't have to recreate the wheel, which is so cool. So our company, again, we're in Utah. Some really cool things about us, you guys. It's been the best place to work. I think 4 years running. We have been opening continuously in many other countries. Aaron Brockovich was brought onto our board. Stevie Award winner for our hair care system. Oh, it's so good. So good. We've won many Stevie Awards for some of our products. Russell 3000 Index, open in New Zealand. Free shipping was brought into it. We rang the closing bell on the NASDAQ, which is a really big deal for a publicly traded company. We are the sponsors for the LifeVantage Salt Lake Soccer Real team, which is so cool. These are some of the markets that we are currently open, whether to do business or to have customers. And again, that continually grows. And we are very philanthropic when it comes to giving back. And this takes place on a monthly and yearly basis. LifeVantage is always finding ways to contribute to the world and give back in many big ways. So where do you go from here? From here, you probably just feel like you drank out of a fire hose, right? But I want you to know whatever questions you have, ask the person that invited you. Don't go try to figure it out for yourself. Ask them, because they're going to know exactly what resources you need to make the next best step for you. And they'll have the right videos, maybe the right stories that you need to plug into. We've got community groups that you can be a part of on Facebook to see the stories of other people, whether business or whether product related. So let them know where you're at. If you're ready to get on some of these products, you want some of them in your body right away, let them know. All we need to do is send you a shopping cart with those products in it, and you're ready to go. It is that simple. And then you have full control over your account as a customer. If you are ready to look at the business, let them know as well. Like I said, we can plug you into other people's stories. We can answer more of those comp questions for you. Whatever you need, just know they'll be following up with you shortly and getting back to you. So I am so grateful that you took the time to plug in and take a look at this information. I am wishing you all of the best, and I hope no matter what, that what you saw tonight truly planted a seed in you for something better, whether it's for you, for your health, maybe for someone around you that you know, or just maybe for you at a later date. So God bless you. Have a wonderful night. Thanks for plugging in, and have a great night. Bye, everybody.